Today, we're checking out the new R+7 Season 3 World Record, which is currently the biggest racing format for Isaac, with I think 29 entrants currently on the leaderboard. If you're watching this on Twitch, the run link is in chat. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to put the link to this run into the video description if you want to watch it yourself. This record was set by Adrian, a streamer named Adrian, about a month ago, and we're gonna see what it's about today. So let's check it out. It's a time of 47 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm gonna say a bit about the format once we get started, but with that, let's hop into the run and see what's going to happen. So what you're gonna first see with R+7 is that every run actually starts with an individual starting set of items in this season. This is all done through a racing mod called R+, which is hence the name R+7. And right off the bat, we're actually getting a pretty nice start with that Hemo. Probably one of the few speedrunning items that came out of Repentance. Most of them, I feel like, are going to be pretty useless for speedrunning, but this actually works pretty nicely. He also somehow got that red room that led to a tomato. I would have personally taken that, but I have not actually speedrun the game in a really long time. But yeah, we've got a pretty nice set of starting items that deploy immediately led to a second item. We also have Jacob's Ladder. This looks really saucy right off the bat. I don't see how this is gonna actually hit the 7-minute average yet that this run seems to have set. You can also see there's a bunch of cutscenes edited out in this format. This is something that started way back when I still speedran the game, but apparently that has been sticking around ever since then, which makes sense. I mean, people just want to go fast. They don't want to actually sit through these boring cutscenes, right? I personally was never a fan of that back in the day, but I can see it now. I can see more games, especially randomizers, do this on the regular as well. So definitely makes sense. How are all these doors open? What is this? Oh my god, they remodeled the... Interesting. Also, we're apparently going to Mother. We also get red key rooms. So how do the red key rooms open? We have that white key trinket that you guys can't see because my face is in front of it, but I forgot what the trinket does. Really interesting to see. I know these R+ seasons go to different bosses, so maybe this is one of those cases where they have to beat different bosses over the course of... No, now we're back in caves. Seems like, okay, maybe Crystal Key can open red rooms. Okay, that's gotta be it then. Okay, apparently going through Downpour / Dross is apparently just faster. That's interesting. I mean, it kind of counts as basement still, right? Like, for the sake of the alt path, so I would assume the floor is just smaller, right? Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Wow. That's crazy. What is this? Dude, all these devil deals look so different from what I'm used to. Okay, this Hemo makeshift brim combo seems pretty nutty, actually. Are we taking the time to... Wow. Did you see that? Oh my god. Hold up. Can we replay that? Look at the bomb push to save time. Taking that and then placing the bomb early, pushing it over to save that crucial 2 seconds. Sweet. That was really well done. Holy speed. I mean, Hemo is being ridiculous as always here. Are we getting Neptunus? We are getting Neptunus. All right. What does that do to Hemo? That's the open the floodgates one. That's the floodgates one. That's the room that's shaped like a... Let's not talk about that. Okay, we activate our brimstone use item again. No, we don't. Apparently the Neptunus is okay. We're also using auto fire strats apparently, so that's something that's used in modded racing at this point. Interesting to me to see that there's indicators for the rocks. Like, I always talk about how I have trouble dodging these, but I never really felt it was unfair. You can see the shadows as they fall, just not very well. Interesting to see. Okay, there's an Emperor card. Used to go to Mom's foot. Oh, does this maybe only go to Mom's foot? Like, it seems really... No, it doesn't. But there's a trapdoor opening. Why is there a trapdoor? I'm so confused. Okay, we're taking the boss rush, apparently, too. Okay, at this point, I'm assuming the rule set is that they need to, wow. Jesus. At this point, I'm assuming the rule set requires you to go to different bosses over the course of the run. I'm still kind of surprised by that Emperor play, but let's see where this goes. There are several goals. Man, this is crazy right off the bat. I love this. I've never had this Hemo and Brimstone combo myself personally, but I've seen it before and it's absolutely busted. I can't wait to have a run with it. Oh, there's a checkpoint. Okay, I see. And it said, hold up. Go back here. Ah, okay, that makes it more clear. Goals remaining, 6 out of 7. Blue Baby, the Lamp, Mega Satan, Hush, Mother, Dogma. Okay, so that's what we're doing. 7 runs and they have to go to 7 different goals. Interesting. And he just decided with this ridiculous run to knock Boss Rush out first, because obviously the weaker your build is, the more Boss Rush time stacks up. So that's smart. Yeah, that explains the 7-minute average too. But yeah, nice. Well done. Now comes the starting for the passive. And it seems like the strat is still to look for item rooms early on, because we've seen some pretty sweet starts there. Like just there, I saw a hit no stone and a damage up. You'd think that was enough, but apparently not. Apparently we want that premium item. Tech X? Good enough? No, apparently not. We're also apparently playing as Dark Judas. A bit surprised Tech X isn't enough. There was a Hemo there as well. What are we looking for? Oh, a map. That's gotta be good, right? Map Deadeye? Map Deadeye, Mysterious Liquid? Of course, in true map fashion. Oh, it's not. It's actually not Dark Judas. It's Tainted Judas. Right. This is... Okay, we do have a map now. Actually, there is the minimap. Oh, this is great. Tech X was nerfed in Repentance. Was it? It's still pretty incredible, isn't it? I mean, it's not incredible as what we found here. We apparently have Azazel's Rage as well. Alright, get that sweet tears up. Are we going to the Devil Deal with 5 hearts? Sure, there could be a... Oh, we get a free... I see, that's what the present mechanic is here that we have on the top left. You start with like a free Devil Deal to take at the very start of the run. That's interesting. I'm assuming this is in place to balance out characters that only start on Soul Hearts. So first deal free makes sense, I guess. Alright, and we're apparently going through this floor again. Draws 2. Yeah, it's gotta be because of the size of the floor, right? Because this on the alt path technically still counts as the first set of floors, which means it's going to be basement size. It's going to be basement size rather than cave size, so this is going to be faster on average. Very smart. Man, that onion is putting in the work. More? Oh man. More, my beloved. And people say it's nerfed. People say romance is dead with the maw, but it is still one of the greatest items in the entire game, let me tell you. There was a huge outcry when Repentance came out. There was a huge outcry about how maw was nerfed into the ground because it doesn't drop any red hearts anymore. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful use of dark arts there to just zoom through The tears, look at that. I love it. Oh, that was a beautiful use of dark arts. Great. Maw is trash tier now. Exactly. What a trash tier item. All right. Fallen. Fallen for the rescue. Another beautiful dark arts use. Would have been nice to be able to pick up that twisted pair, but what can you do? Oh man, this requires so much attention to juggle that Azazel's Rage, right? Because you pretty much never want to use that reactively. Azazel's Rage, the big brimstone laser that you see every once in a while, it goes off every 7 rooms exactly. So every 7th room, you're gonna have that big laser for a few seconds to clear out the entire room. So optimally, that was just luck, of course, but optimally you want to try and pop this in a way so it goes off at the boss. But also you need to be ready for it. You can't spend half a second every time that thing goes off reacting to it going off. You need to be ready for it. So there's a lot of focus that's necessary to actually keep track of your stacks on Azazel's Rage. Maw is still good crowd control, right? Yeah, that's my main reason for bashing that as hard as I do. Like, I was amazed by people calling Maw bad when Repentance came out, but a lot of people, especially on the Steam forums and Reddit, were convinced that it was absolute garbage tier now. And unusable. Oh well, Uranus. Uranus is nice. There was some tanking there. I'm assuming we're not gonna go too far. What are the other goals? Okay, are we going to the dark room? I mean, of course we're going to the dark room. We just picked the negative. What is that door? Uranus with the ice tier is really nice, but I don't think it actually offers that big of an advantage, man. That white brimstone actually looks so nice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to use that offensively if you're trying to go fast, because you can't 100% accurately predict when things freeze over. Our health is still not looking super great here. I'm also not sure why we went into the devil deal there with 3 hearts. Like, what exactly are we hoping to find? I guess Abaddon? Yeah, I guess Abaddon. There's a soul heart. We're obviously taking that with us, even if it takes a bit of time to pick it up. 3 hearts on the womb is pretty shaky. Especially with Maw being your main source of damage output. It's a really great item, but it is kind of prone to getting you hit. Sweet. And the perfectly timed brimstone. I'm not 100% sure how much planning went into that, because you are kind of bound to the map size as well, but that certainly helped. Yikes. Running over those spikes. Not like I have never done that, but in fact, I still do it regularly to this day. Alright, here comes the Satan fight. Also, apparently, we're not even waiting for the Fallen to spawn now. Everything just goes by instantly. These animations with Satan going active go by way faster too. We don't have time to sit through cutscenes, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to raise. Oh yeah, look at how fast that trapdoor dropped as well. And the Emperor card. Did we start with that? Do you just get a free Emperor card at the start? Because I can't remember picking that up. But yeah, we're zooming through here. Definitely not as ridiculous of a build as the first one, but in speedrunning Binding of Isaac, the first build of the run usually is the most ridiculous one. Because that's when you have infinite resets to wait for something absolutely busted. Oh, this would have been a nice one to get a good start, because we had a stopwatch. Thinking Shear's active. Sacred Orb, but nothing to help with it. Sad. Ooh, Holy Shot. Holy Shot, at least peep into find a fast item room. Quad Shot, same thing. Maw of the Void is apparently in the item room pool on this mod. I see. We are Judas with our 1 heart. Yeah, we have the Book of Belial too. So this is pretty neat. Let's see where the quad shot takes us. Quad shot, really nice starting item, but certainly not one of the best ones out there. Because it does depend on finding other stuff. Like, it's not really a standalone item. It's a really, really nice synergy item, but you need to find that damage, maybe piercing on it or the tier rate. First item room is chaos and or high item tiers. Oh, I see. To reduce the amount of resets. That makes sense. All right, there's our growth hormones. Taking the free devil deal for the brimstone. That is definitely one of these synergy items that I was talking about. For the quad shot, you love to see it. Quad brimstone, and we have the flush, which is for all intents and purposes a Necronomicon. In a lot of rooms that allows us to just skip these big rooms, and if we get one of the poop bosses, it one-shots those as well as a nice side. You getting the bombs? We getting the bombs, but only 2 of them. All right, here comes the Book of Belial combination with the quad brimstone to one-shot the boss. Sweet. And more one-shots. God, I love the flush. Flush is such a nice item. It's just very underrated. The 4-room recharge to basically trivialize every big room you want, and then also some bosses. Oh. How does C-section work with brimstone? Oh wow. Okay. All right, grabbing that damage. How does C-section work with brimstone? Every once in a while these guys pop out, but I see. But why is it so little? I see I see the red charging bar, which I think is for... Oh, they pop out at the end of the brimstone. I see. Never had that combo before. That's a bit sad. This looks really fun. And we're gonna run with that Book of Secrets, right? Because mapping. Yes! And we get the bookworm for the occasional extra brimstone. Very neat. Man, this is crazy so far. What is this? Oh, that's a follow alert. I see. Once again, if you want to see this run for yourself, it's up in a Twitch clip that I will link to in the video description if you're watching on YouTube. And I'm sure somebody can link it in chat if you would like to see it yourself. If you're watching this live on Twitch right now, thank you, Mr. Cheever. It's gonna be linked. It's awesome. Go support this awesome creator who set this incredible world record. Like, I can see his timer on the side, and this run is actually 2.5 minutes faster than his PB up to that point. That is certainly an insane accomplishment. Just beelining to these boss rooms. That blue map proc from the book coming through, actually showing the right way. Blue map, always a bit shaky. That thing does sometimes not actually get you to the boss room. There's another blue map proc here, but we're running through that floor to the super secret room again, just trusting that blue map. And what can we say? It's working. It's working. There goes Mom's heart. Quickly checking our remaining goals. Looks like we're going to the chest this time. We did pick up that Polaroid. Okay, that is a bit annoying. Looking at that map, it's gonna wrap around all the way here. Like, it's gonna be a pretty long floor, but that does happen sometimes. That's a very rude floor. Oh my god, that's the first time we've gotten hit, right? In the entire run. Like, that's the first time I actually saw the animation for the out-of-body experience. That's crazy. And obviously that light beam comes up immediately. What is that teleporter for? Oh, the Mega Satan. Okay, you don't even need to get the key pieces. Interesting. And we're just completely demolishing everything. That is absolutely bonkers. Even, oh my god, let's look at this again. That was insane. Look at that. Pushing the troll bomb from Super Wrath back into him and Super Lust. Let me see that one more time. That's insane. Look at that. Oh my god. What a play. Taking out Super Lust real quick with that bomb from Wrath. That's crazy. All right, and honestly, wait, I didn't even see the screen transition. What happens when he dies? Hold up, does the second phase of Satan just spawn? Oh yeah, it just pops in the second phase. I see. I see. What a run, dude. 4 out of 7 goals are left. There's an undefined. I always used to love that one. There's a magic mushroom. And we're running that undefined to try and get error rooms. Yeah, this looks like a start. Magic mushroom, really hard to say no to. That 1.5 times damage multiplier. That's gonna be going places. I guess boss armor is off for the second phase. That was a really fast second phase now that you mention it. It might be off. But there were also a lot of fetuses floating around from the C-section, so I'm not 100% sure if that's actually what happened. Or if the build was just that good. Are we undefining here? I'm excited to see where we're going to use that undefined. That always used to be one of my favorite speedrunning items. The potential to just pop into an error room from the start of the floor at any point in time is so massive. Like, at least once per run, undefined pretty much lets you skip the entire floor. We're taking that guppy piece? Okay, we're taking a free guppy's tail. That's really interesting. 7 seals, I'm not so surprised by it, but guppy's tail, I mean, there's the undefined play. It takes us to the super secret room. To be fair, that's generally in the direction of the boss room, so probably a good teleport as well. Armor is disabled in the mod, so Hush/Mother can be killed reliably. Okay, that's neat. That is good to know. We're going to Mother in one of these runs as well, so I'm excited to see how that's going to play out. Haven't even gone into the character yet. We're playing the blue baby here, who can only operate on soul hearts, of course. This is looking to work out pretty nicely. There's that super secret room teleport again, although it looks like we're not in luck this time. This might actually... Okay, it's looping. It's a looping floor. That's a bit sad. So Lord knows where the boss room is going to be now. It could be pretty much anywhere now. These looping floors make it pretty difficult to predict the map. But it wouldn't be a world record run if we didn't just beeline to the boss, right? That's just how it goes. There's the Binky for the higher fire rate. Really neat. Maxed out on that now as well. And I'm pretty sure we don't mind Lump of Coal here either. Oh, we're actually re-rolling the Lump of Coal for Hungry Soul. I'm not sure that was worth it, but I'm also not the world record speedrunner anymore. Get that Montezuma's Revenge. That is also one of my personal favorite editions of Repentance. Although I imagine that's actually hilariously difficult to use in a speedrunning setting. Although he's landed two quite nice hits already at this point, so... Man, I really can't help but marvel at how far Isaac speedrunning has come. This execution is just so clean. I mean, there's some running into door frames and rocks that I know from my time back in the day, but this player's definitely got these routes through every single one of these rooms down to a T. Knows exactly where to go to clear the room as fast as possible. And with the necessary bit of item luck, this ended up being successful. We're re-rolling the experimental treatment. Don't blame them in the slightest for that. And there's that floor skip and a lost soul to boot for a free item. Come on, give us that Godhead. From the lost soul, Miter. That's a nice one. Although that's probably not going to go off a whole lot in the rest of this run, so... How good is it really? Gives us that juicy chance to replace red hearts with soul hearts, but looking at this HP, we're probably not gonna need more HP. It's good to see that the mom hands, let's see that again. It's good to see that the mom hands are still a massive time waste. Look at that, you still gotta wait for them to fall. Everything got sped up in this mod, but good old muhahaha hands, they're still out there to waste your time. Good to see. Also, this is not a great teleport. That really looks like it teleported us to the other end of the map. Doing some bombing through rooms here. And this looks like we're on the right track. I would personally go left here, but like who knows what the map does at this point. This definitely looks like we're on the track to the boss room though, which is why we're not popping the undefined, I assume. Saving that for the next floor. Excited to see if they're gonna pop it, and if they do, what the error room looks like if we get it, because that was usually really difficult to do back in my days to pop that, because you don't actually know where the error room gets you to. Like it randomly lets you go to Shoal or Cathedral, so you don't have control over that, so you wouldn't actually do it. With that being said, it looks like that is still the case and we're not popping that undefined, which is reasonable. I'm assuming we're gonna be popping that right away at the start of the next floor though, to try and skip it, because that is actually where the highest value lies of the undefined. Is in these late game floors where there's supposedly no shops and item rooms anymore. Because then the undefined can really only pick between the secret room, the super secret room, and the error room. So that's a 1 in 3 chance to skip the entire floor for free just by pressing spacebar. I was wondering too why there was a shop in the... There's another one. It's definitely not the trinket. I see the trinket. Maybe that's just an addition of the mod. I'm not 100%. Alright, and we get some swift Mom's Heart fight here. Montezuma's Revenge actually putting in some work, but overall this is a pretty basic build, honestly. Alright, bunch of damage. And we're skipping that Cathedral. We love to see it. We love to see it. And now we're gonna see a good old-fashioned chest clear. Nice. Last 2 times we got those Emperor cards for the last floor. This time we're just gonna go good old-fashioned, a good old-fashioned clearing. And because it's the chest, because it's the last floor of the game, we can't even bomb through these rooms. We can get a bird's eye for good measure though, for an insane amount of fires. And now the video... Oh no, wait. Footage froze. Hold up, we're gonna see if that fixes itself in a second, because the video player is actually still running. So I'm assuming there were some frame drops. I'm assuming there were some frame drops on the other side. Oh no, it was actually just the Twitch player being weird. Alright, hold up, let me see if I can find that place. Or was that just a... Okay, I don't know why that part of the video was skipped, but we're just gonna put it back on here. We've got those gigantic flames with the 25 damage. Cut run, yeah. Alright, we've got some pretty nice starting items here. With Tainted Eve and the Sumptorium. Apparently our starting items were enough. We do have a restock. We do have Mom's Perfume, and we have Guppy's Hairball. We also have a Diploplia, it seems. Curious to see if we're actually just going to be running this with the damage up and the really nice quality of life items, or if we're actually just looking to find an item room. We found the item room. The question is, can we find something good? And if we don't, are we going to reset? Alright, we're resetting. That's quite the time loss. But I'm just gonna trust this runner to know that it was worth it. Okay, we're starting with a compass. Oh, bombed themselves. That's unfortunate. They tried to go for the bomb push and didn't get the poop out of the way in time and bombed themselves to death. That's unfortunate. Oh boy. I had a Jacob's ladder that we skipped over there just now. There's a quad shot, but that's not enough. There's rock bottom, but that's apparently not enough to start, which is fair. Rock bottom, really good at helping you win the run. It's actually lagging again. What the hell? All right, can we... Okay, we're good. We've gotten spoiled about what's about to happen now, but spoilers, we're getting Godhead. Do the little Claudies also have the Godhead auras? Oh my god, they do. All right. All right, that seems to be the perfect character to have those then. Holy. That's insane. And we're apparently just holding down the fire button at all times. And we're just going balls to the wall, man. Never mind, we just use some thorium. So we aren't actually playing at half hard permanently. Good to know. Good to know. That's gonna be a lot of damage from all these little auras from the little guys. That's crazy. And we also have acid tears, which is incredibly fast and convenient to proc with all these little helpers we have. Yeah, look at all these little Godhead auras, and you gotta assume that they do the same thing as the original in terms of damage. That Godhead, unfortunately not scaling anymore with your tier damage. It does a fixed amount of damage as of Repentance, but as you can see, still a solid amount of destruction there. Shouldn't it be faster to acid down doors? It might actually be faster. Oh my god. What are we even taking here? Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, just take everything. Just take everything, sure. Who needs hearts? Who needs hearts when you can have a million tiers with Godhead, right? Look at that. Oh my god, it's just complete mayhem. That's insane. And straight to the boss room. Just find more tin and rocks or other sources. Okay, looks like we're going mother on this one. I don't blame them one bit. This is a really strong run. Why would we not go mother with this one? There's the planetarium. We don't have a key though. And we continue to not have a key. Okay, now the decision here is, if you find the key, do you go back? There are some really nice speedrunning items in those planetariums, but there are also a lot of them that are not very nice. I would assume we're not running back. This is at least what I wouldn't do. But we'll see. Flat file is nice to get rid of all these spikes. Pop in that some thorium real quick so we don't fall too low on HP. I'm pretty sure this still has the auto firing enabled. Oh no, we're actually going for the planetarium. All right. All right. Are we looking for Mercurius then? And we find Pluto for the tier 8. And the size down, that is. Certainly not the best one in there, but you're never gonna say no to tiers up, right? All right, push the button in that room, get rid of all the small enemies. I'm assuming... No, we're definitely not going to have to pick up the keys. We know that because otherwise we would have already picked up one key piece. Or knife piece, rather. The knife that acts like a key. Are we taking the small rock? Okay. A little bit of a debate there apparently going on, an internal debate. Didn't want to pick up the small rock at first, then went for it. We have a solid amount of speed. Wow, even the crawl space animation is faster. We have a solid amount of speed, and I think the tier 8 with all these tier firing familiars is pretty sweet. As is the damage. Good lord, just look at how fast we're clearing those rooms. This is insane. No great Gideon, we love to see it. That seems like the ultimate time waste in this path. And of course, good old reliable lump of coal. Everything's just falling into place here. That's great. Right now, we're just waiting to see how many floors in a row we can beeline to the boss. This is yet another one. And on that note, you, dear viewer, should be beelining to the follow button or subscribe button, depending on whether you're watching on Twitch or YouTube. If you like these kinds of react things, I like to cover a lot more speedruns in the future for this game on the side of my regular other content of Isaac streaking. So if any of that is for you and you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like on the video if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure to sub to the channel. Maybe he'll cover his own speedrun soon. I'm not sure if I'm ever going back into speedrunning, but I definitely want to cover more speedrunning content on the channel in the future. Okay, it looks like we're finally employing that strategy that you suggested, Miss Achiever, of just acid spraying the door. Unless it's a room that you can clear in 2 seconds, I guess. Which is most of them with this build. We're not even going for the store. Well, we only have 7 cents, so that makes sense. Alright, Tainted Mom. Was there a boss fight? I didn't see it. I did not see it. And apparently we don't even fight Mom's Heart number 2. We don't care. We just keep running. No secret boss for us. Just go directly to the alt path. Who needs resources? Like, on the one hand, I like the fact that they got rid of on the one hand, I like the fact that they got rid of having to collect the key pieces and stuff. On the other hand, I find it weird when you actually go out of your way. Oh my god. I find it weird when you go out of your way to actually edit out one of the boss fights, to be honest. Yeah, this is the Racing Plus mod, which Miss Achiever just linked in the chat, and which I'm probably going to be linking in the video description on YouTube as well if you're watching there. Let's see how fast this mother run goes. Apparently this mother iteration does not have boss armor, which that was really fast. Is she even going to get an attack? No. Okay, we're missing Hush and Dogma. Let's see how that goes. Did we just reroll? Oh, we just rerolled. We just rerolled Epic Fetas. That was not intentional too, because first off we had Hostat. And like, yeah, that was not intentional. Okay, here's another compass start. Let's hope that item room is good. Obviously want to do some peeking with that. Try and find a good item. There's a Proptosis. We love to see it. Alright, I mean, I would imagine that's good enough, yeah. We have a Proptosis, we have an SMB Superfan, and a compass. That seems like a good start. Alright, let's see where we go next. Out of all the basements we've seen so far in this run, I feel like that one was actually on the slower side. Like, just from the pure clearing. There was the run where we spent like a minute looking for an item, but... oh my god. Alright, we already have the compass, but it certainly can't hurt to have the occasional extra mapping. It's not even occasional, right? It's still a 2 in 3 chance to provide you with a map proc that you don't have yet. But that's still an incredibly valuable find. All the information that you can get definitely beefs up your run, especially in regards to the map. Yeah, we're not even picking up these consumables. We're just going. We're just going. All we need is damage, and that's mainly in the boss and the devil room, because our mapping is sorted out. All right, there's our DPS, and there is a Godhead at least. And I guess a missing page 2 is like somewhat of DPS. Not like real DPS, but when it pops, at least it's gonna clear the room, so that's nice. I'd be honestly really tempted to pop that black heart on this floor. Are we going to the item room? I feel like we should be. This run is not quite good enough. Alright, well, our defenses are sorted out now. That Sci-Fly is going to protect us from everything. If I found that, I'd be immediately tempted to take this run to Hush personally. But at the same time, we're looking for speed, right? Not for defenses. But Sci-Fly is certainly one of those items where I'm really comfortable going to the late game bosses. Like the really difficult late game bosses. Alright. I'm feeling some great stuff. That was a beautiful Mega Bomb place. Let's look at that again. That's crazy. Putting down the bomb just as Fallen splits and immediately taking out both of them with that Mega Bomb. That's amazing. Act is a really nice find here. I'm assuming we're just touching that for the... Yes, for the Bookworm. Alright. Well, looks like we have a straight run to the boss from here. Sweet. Certainly some very short floors here. And looks like this is going to be a super quick peep fight. Speedball, you never say no, and you never get upset about that speed up, right? Move speed is incredibly valuable. A bit surprised to see the coal reroll there. Personally, I always like that item. Do we have the ultra short floor here? Honestly, if I was running here, I'd be asking myself if it probably goes like around here, if it wraps around the super secret room here. It's tempting with the curse room here, but I'd be kind of surprised if it actually was this way. Let's see. Nope, it's actually straight to the boss room, okay? Well, that's certainly a map read that I wouldn't have been able to make. Return of the loops. I don't. This doesn't look like a looping floor to me either. Game just decided to just have the floor extend to 4 on every side. Little Horn for the insta-kill tiers. You do love to see it. There's the Emperor card, and apparently we're taking Dark Arts over the book. Okay. A bit surprised by that. But considering what we've seen in the Dark Judas run and how this racer, or speedrunner rather, has destroyed the run with Dark Arts, I guess it isn't too surprising. And there goes the Perfection that didn't do anything. Here comes the Dark Bomb giving hearts, as usual. Not. And apparently we're just saying nope in this room. Understandable. And Dark Arts is just demolishing everything, holy. That's crazy. Look at this damage output again. There come the insta-kill tiers to deal some extra damage. Beautiful Dark Arts use. We're certainly using everything we have. Negative for the extra damage. Negative for the extra damage, really? Okay, looks like we're going to Hush. I have decided now that apparently that hole that spawns after the Mom's Foot fight probably leads to Mausoleum. Also, somebody probably told me at some point and I didn't see it in chat. But it would actually make sense. I think that's the Mausoleum hole, actually. I just didn't recognize it because you're not used to seeing that outside of its usual room. It is? Alright. Alright, just skip more rooms. That's our last bomb, so we better not get any mean rooms anymore at this point. Let's see how that goes. Let's just get really short floors from here on out. Here comes the coat hanger. Here's Maul. We're taking coat hanger, right? Yeah, of course. Of course we want the fire rate. Maxed out fire rate, Emperor card here. Makes sense because we're going to Hush. So this is actually the last big floor we're going to have to clear. Because Hush is just one room. Alright, we're not taking the Dead Cat, okay. That makes sense, it's only one boss coming in, right? It's only Hush missing, we're also not even having the pre-fight. And going down to 1 heart just before Hush doesn't actually seem like the most sensible choice. Yo, this is nice. It's crazy to see Hush lose his health so fast too. Well, that's just what removing boss armor does for you. The fight still takes decently long, even with the removing of boss armor. But you can see that those phases actually get cleared much faster than usual. I'm not sure that Blackheart use was deliberate, but it was beautiful. Let's see that again. Look at that. Wait for everything or almost everything to spawn, then get hit. I don't think that was deliberate. It didn't look deliberate to me. Otherwise, they would have probably waited for another second for the rest of the guys, but it still worked out really conveniently. And with that, we are down to Dogma, and I've already been told in chat that the Dogma run is really interesting, so let's see what happens. We've got an Urn and Anima Sola. We also have Wiggleworm, apparently. But that's not gonna be enough, right? Are we running this? Really? Jesus. Okay. And it's Tainted Jacob. That's a thing. That sure is a thing. Crackjacks for the extra health. Wow, this is gonna be not pretty. I don't think I would be. I don't think I would want to run this in a streak, much less a speed run. Holy. There comes that Esau trying to ruin their day. We're going to the item room, right? Yeah, of course. Libra. Now that urn is just permanently active. Just use the urn on every occasion. Don't even put it away. Alright. Using Esau to steal an item. Gotta love it. Also, this guy just popped Anima Sola to spawn Esau immediately. Interesting. The urn seems much stronger here. No, the urn is ridiculously strong always. If you're efficient with it. It's just very difficult to be efficient with that item. Oh boy. We're wanted from death, chat. Fortunately, the urn also destroys tears. The fires from the urn also destroy tears. There's another Maw of the Void. Although with this urn and dark Esau combination, I find that rather difficult to use. But maybe we're just gonna forego using the urn. I'm surprised they didn't pick up the bombs. That seems pretty nice, especially at 0. But also those torpedo bombs are pretty nice. Surprised that wasn't picked up, but see how it goes. This is looking good in terms of pathing already. Judging from how they didn't summon Dark Esau immediately this time, I would assume that last floor was an accident. Alright. Get some nice sights to go with that. Rocket bombs plus Jacob as lost is a good way to accidentally die. Just don't bomb yourself, forehead. Esau is a good room clear. Now there's more. I mean, I feel like if you're relying on Esau in a speedrun to clear your rooms, then you're not actually in for a good time. I mean, first of all, you're gonna have to wait for 30 seconds for him to spawn. But then you're also completely dependent on shepherding enemies to be together. Use the Anima Sola at the right time. It's just no more. I like how we're using the urn to go faster too. Because the urn does give you a bit of pushback every time you use it. So they were using it there for the backtrack to push them into the direction they want to walk in. Wait, what hit us just now? I thought Esau hit us there actually, but we didn't go into ghost form. Oh, the spike dudes. I see.
Isaac was cornered.
I love the bomb there to just skip all these shenanigans. It's like we're playing Gungeon. I haven't played Gungeon in forever. I can't really say anything about that. Alright, yet another really fast floor. Look at that Maw putting in the work. Look at that Fire putting in the work. I wonder if the Ascent is in this at all. I've already wondered that too, actually. We're gonna find it out soon. We're about to go to the Mausoleum. We're not picking up Damocles, surprisingly. We are gonna step on a spike here and also get a tower card that we don't care about. I mean, honestly, this run is really shaky. Out of all the runs we've seen so far, this is definitely the least impressive one. Like, if I was running this in a deathless streak, I would not be sure if I was actually able to beat the Beast and Dogma. Oh, okay. all right. It just takes you straight. Look at that. It just takes you straight from the boss door to the Dogma fight. I see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, we're down to 2 hearts. Yo. They installed an elevator to the home floor. Oh, that's what Oh, it's only Dogma. It's not the Beast. Oh, I see. I see. Wow, great run though. That's great. No ripping as well. Can we get some applause in chat? Once again, this run was done by Adrian. I'm going to link his Twitch in the chat right now, and if you're watching on YouTube, his Twitch is also going to be in the comments, not comments, in the video description, just as is this run, and a link to the Racing Plus mod. If you enjoy this content, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like and a sub on the video, I would really appreciate that. It really helps me out. And for hitting 2,000 subscribers, I plan on doing my first ever live stream on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.